What if I told you that when you pay your credit card bill is actually more important than what you pay, especially when it comes to your credit score? Most people get this wrong. They think paying the bill on time is the end of the story, but reality is it's just the beginning. You could be paying your bill in full every single month and still have a credit score that's stuck or even dropping. And it's not your fault. You're following the rules you were taught, but you're not seeing the results. And that's because the system is designed with hidden mechanics for those that are in the know. My name's Colin I read Rich Dad Poor Dad when I was 13 and became obsessed with credit and finance, and even followed in Robert Kiyosaki's footsteps and enlisted in the United States Marine Corps at 18, where I witnessed firsthand what Rich Dad's book said, that they don't teach financial education in schools. The Marines to my left and right were defaulting on cars and credit cards, so I got certified in credit repair to fix their credit. Fast forward to today, and I run an 8-figure credit repair and funding business, and I make these videos to help you guys fix first, fund second, invest third, in that order. In this video, you're gonna discover the 2 dates that matter, why the payment due date is a trap, and what the pros do instead to stay with high credit scores. You're gonna learn the secret utilization rule, how to apply the single most powerful principle for a massive credit score boost, moving beyond the outdated 30% advice that you're always hearing. The 2-step payment punch strategy, a step-by-step walkthrough of exactly how and when to make a payment before your bill even arrives to manipulate your score to rise, and of course, legally and ethically. To start, we need to deconstruct your credit card statement, because the key to winning the game is understanding the battlefield within it. Everyone focuses on the payment due date. It's in big, bold letters, but focusing on it is likely only looking at the scoreboard without understanding how points were scored. The real action happens on a different, much more important date, the statement closing date. The statement closing date is the day the credit card company takes a snapshot of your performance and sends it to the 3 major credit bureaus. Here's the critical part. Whatever your balance is on the statement closing date is the exact number that gets reported and used to calculate 30% of your credit score, also known as credit utilization. So let's say your credit limit is $10,000. You spend $4,000. Your statement closing date is on the 15th, and your payment due date is on the 30th. If you wait until the 29th to pay that $4,000, yes, you've paid on time, but on the 15th, the bank already reported a $4,000 balance to the bureaus. Your credit report now shows a 40% utilization, which is seen as risky and will lower your scores and get you denied. You did everything right based on bad information, and you still lost points. Now that you see the trap, let me show you exactly how to turn this around. This is where we apply the first principle of credit mastery. First, you're gonna wanna locate the secret date. Pull up your last credit card statement and find the statement closing date. This is now the most important date in your credit calendar. Mark your calendar, set a reminder for 3 to 5 business days before the statement closing date. This is your new action date, your new payoff date, and understand the goal. Your new mission is to ensure the balance on your credit card is as low as you can handle on the statement closing date. Listen, if you've been dealing with bad credit for years and you just want us to fix everything about your credit for you, click the link in the description and my team will offer a free consult where we can show you our white glove consumer law credit repair with a 90-day results guarantee. And on the other hand, if you've got a 700 plus credit score and you want to leverage it to obtain 100K plus and 0% funding, the link is also in the pinned comment and the description for that as well. So knowing when to act is half the battle. Now let's talk about what to do on the action date. You've probably heard about the advice to keep your credit utilization below 30%. That's decent advice for beginners, but we're not here to be decent. We're here for mastery. For top tier scores, 30% is failing. The real magic happens under 9% utilization. Some factors in your score are 100% or bust. Payment history is one of them. Utilization is similar. The drop in score from 10% utilization to 30% is significant. Why not 0%? This is a common misconception that a lot of people ask. Lenders want to see that you are actively and responsibly using the credits that they've extended. A 0 balance can be interpreted as inactivity. You want to show you're using the tool, but with absolute control. Lenders and their algorithms love to see utilization between 1 and 9%. This tiny balance signals this person's using their credits, but they don't need all of it. they have cash flow, and they have discipline. This is how you negotiate from a position of strength. So how do we engineer this 1 to 9% utilization every single month? This is where we combine our knowledge of the 2 dates with the 9% rule. First, you're going to want to calculate your target. Look at your total credit limit. If it's $10K, your target utilization balance is between $100 or 1% and $900 or 9%. Let's aim for a safe 5%, which is $500. Next, you're going to review your spending. A few days before your statement closing date, log in and check your current balance. Let's say you've spent $4,000. Finally, you're going to want to go ahead and make a prepayment. You will now make a payment of $3,500, and the result, when your statement closing date arrives, your balance is now only $500. The bank reports this $500 balance, thus giving you 5% utilization, and your score goes up. Next, you could pay the rest. You will then receive your official bill for the remaining $500. You pay this amount in full before the payment due date, and you pay 0 interest, and you have achieved perfect utilization. This strategy is the core of credit score optimization. But if you want to automate this and build an unshakable foundation, you're going to want to try out this strategy. Manually executing this is powerful, but true mastery comes from building the systems that guarantee success. We need to create a financial system where late payments are impossible and good habits are automated. But there's a common mistake most people make. Most people set up autopay and think they're safe, but they make one of 2 mistakes: autopaying the minimum, which is a debt trap, or autopaying the full balance, which still allows a high balance to be reported. There's something I like to call the autopay safety net. For every single credit card you own, set up automatic payment to pay the statement balance in full on the due dates. This is your fail-safe. It ensures you will never have a late payment and never pay interest. This protects 35% of your score tied to payment history. Next is the manual prepayment. Your autopay is your safety net, but your manual prepayment is your offensive strategy. You will continue to manually log in before your statement closing date using an alarm or something like that to pay the balance down to your target of 1 to 9%. And here's a pro tip: build a deeper moat. I learned this lesson as the credit guy on the Marine base that I was stationed on. The more positive accounts you have, the less a single mistake can hurt you. 1 late payment on a card is a disaster. 1 late payment on 5 cards is a minor slip. Open new cards strategically to build this fortress and foundation. But even with the perfect payment strategy, there's another mistake that can keep your credit score stuck. It has to do with the types of credit you have. So watch this video next, where I'm going to show you how to build the right credit mix to unlock the highest possible score.